We have Lisa Gaetjens. Good job. Yes. I was practicing backstage. I was like, Lisa Gaetjens. Lisa Jacuzzi. I got it right. So here she is.
I'm a little bit sick, so I'm sorry if I start coughing. That's what the water's for. Hopefully I won't choke and die.
Hot heels.
Yeah. Thank you. New shoes, Target, $5. Okay. I have a story for you. It's not a penis story. Sorry. I have a story for you, but it is a Christmas story. It's the story of how my dad and I saved Christmas. By stealing a Christmas tree. So, some of you might know, it snowed a lot in Seattle over break. The snow was piled up like this high. Well, okay, maybe it was like that high, but in some places it was drifted to almost a foot. So, the city was shut down. Seattle does not know how to deal with snow. And, you know, those plows, the old metal tip plows, they tear up the roads, so you can't use those. That's too hard. So Seattle used rubber tipped plows, which I sort of liken to, you know when you give a child a razor without a blade so they can pretend like they're shaving with daddy? Sort of like that. These rubber tipped plows are supposed to create a hard-packed snow and ice surface that is suitable for four-wheel drive vehicles. Well, we don't have an SUV. We are eco-friendly Seattleites. We have a fucking Honda Accord that does not handle very well in the snow on the hills of Seattle. The city also refused to use salt because salt is not good for the environment. Once again, we like the environment over in Seattle. Because the salt, you know, it washes off the roads and then it goes down in the streams, and all the streams empty into Puget Sound. And as you may know, Puget Sound is part of the ocean, so it's already salty. But instead they use sand. Turns out sand is actually worse because sand washes into the streams and it fills in all the holes in the gravel. Okay, you guys aren't from Seattle, are you? So salmon lay their eggs in gravel beds. But if there's gravel gets all filled in, the salmon can't lay their eggs, and we really like salmon. We're trying to repopulate them. Their populations have declined because of overfishing and greedy bears. We're trying to kill all the bears, right? So, we really like salmon in Seattle. They're actually on our state quarter. We also, in elementary school, we learned about them every single year, and not joking. In 5th grade, we had a pet salmon. His name was Swimmy. And when Swimmy got big enough, we went to a stream and we got to release him into the stream so that he could help repopulate the salmon populations. But the number one thing that we love about salmon in Seattle is that they're delicious. Okay, so that's the preface to the Christmas story. It snowed a lot, so we couldn't drive anywhere. And it got to be the Friday before Christmas. Christmas was a Thursday, it was Friday, and we needed a tree. And luckily there's a tree lot like 2 blocks from our house. It's up a big hill, but it's 2 blocks away. So we figured, whatever, we'll walk down there, we'll drag the tree home like Charlie Brown style. It'll be great. So we trudge down there in the snow, pick out a tree, it's beautiful. Oh, also this tree lot, all the money goes to benefit orphans in Russia. So we thought this is perfect, right? Buy local, think global, right? So we go to get our tree, find one, it's really pretty, it's perfectly round, because they put them in like a little tree pencil sharpener to make them So we pick it up, and then we go to pay, and there's no one there to pay. So we wait a few minutes, wait a few more minutes, we waited like 20 minutes. Okay, maybe 10, but it was cold. It was below 30. So we're waiting, there's nobody there, and finally my dad's like, why don't we just take it and we'll pay later? And I was like, Dad, that kind of sounds like we're stealing a Christmas tree. And my dad said, no, it's not a big card, right? You get stuff now, and you pay later. I said, well, okay, I guess, as long as we pay for it later. And my dad said, don't tell your mother. She still doesn't know, by the way. Can you tell her, please? So we take this tree, we carry it back home, we decorate it, Mom comes home, says, oh, it's a great tree. And my dad and I are like, yeah, it was great. Luckily she didn't ask how much it cost. So my dad goes back on Saturday, the next day, goes back, there's no one there. Goes back on Sunday to pay, there's no one there. And then Monday, my dad's getting pretty anxious because he feels kind of guilty, and he's like, I just want to pay for this and have it be done, and then we can tell Mom about it, and it'll be funny, right? So, on Monday he goes back, and the tree lot is gone. There's no trees, there's no trailer for the tree lot guy to hang out in. It's like in the movie Big, when Tom Hanks goes back to the fairgrounds after the fair is left, and there's just like some candy wrappers blowing across the parking lot. It was like that. So my dad comes home. Actually, he texted me. We just got new phones, and we have unlimited texting now. My dad's learning how to text, so he texted me and was like, tree lot gone. So, I was like, oh man, what are we gonna do? So, that's the story of how we stole a Christmas tree. But the moral of the story is that if Seattle weren't so eco-friendly and we could have driven somewhere to buy a tree, we wouldn't have had to steal from Russian orphans. Guys, being green has its price. Just keep that in mind as Green Wars is coming up.